Alright, so this is outside with the GoPro 4K 30 linear and with the Rode Video Mic Go 2, a test. I've done this with my Pixel and I thought I would give this a try with 4K 30 on the GoPro, and we'll see how this looks in comparison to some other footage that I've gotten with my Pixel 6 Pro out here in the same, it's very similar conditions. It's very sunny, so this should look good with the GoPro, and if it doesn't, I don't know what to do. But yeah, so bought this GoPro a couple weeks ago, and I just finally decided to pull the trigger after the Video Mic Go 2. I noticed that after I got it, it sounded great with the Pixel 6 Pro, but I was getting some audio artifacts that were odd, and I started playing around with it, did countless amount of video testing on it. I tried different cables. I even tried a different interface. I moved from the USB-C to USB-C input on the Pixel 6 Pro, and from that to a TRS to TRSS connection to the Google Pixel adapter that took the TRSS back into a USB-C, and saw if that caused or led to any or fixed the issue, and it did not. The only thing that did fix the issue, I played around with frame rates. I turned wireless off, put it in airplane mode, everything I could possibly think of. Change it to HEVC .265. I tried everything and couldn't get the thing to work properly, and to remove the audio artifacts I was getting. And I will show you an example of that occurring. Maybe I'll cut to that here or play it afterwards. And so I did everything I could. I tried different external mic. I tried the Joby Wavo Mobile, and I still got audio artifacts about 90% of the time after about 20 seconds of recording or so. The only thing that I found that resolved it was to actually not use the native Pixel camera app and use Filmic Pro, and that seemed to have resolved the issue. However, Filmic Pro isn't quite as easy to use and doesn't necessarily, I have to play around with it a little bit more, doesn't adapt to the scene as well as the native Pixel app as far as stabilization and everything. It doesn't seem to work quite as well. Filmic Pro, I believe, is meant for more cinematic video, and setting your settings. I think there's a horsefly or something flying around here. Ooh, it's a wasp. No, it's a wasp. Okay, well, this is gonna look bad on 4K 30. Without with hyper smooth set to standard for vlog, but that would have been interesting. I don't know how this is going to work, but that's interesting though. I do not like wasps, neither does my son, and maybe I've done something to make him also afraid of it. But anyway, it's about to rain and I need to go on a run before it starts to rain, according to the radar. So this is the Pixel 6 Pro with the Rode Wireless Go 2. Hopefully I don't get dive bombed again, but the lighting is quite different. I went on my run, I ate, and it's later in the evening. It is currently 7:30 in North Carolina, Fayetteville, North Carolina, and the sky is overcast, but there's a little bit of a sunset. So I wanted to experiment with this, and maybe I'll get the audio issues 90% of the time, like I said, and I'll let you know if this is the first take or not to show you the audio issues. But I'm gonna kind of do a walk around. Even though the lighting is different, you'll get a sense of how the colors are different and everything. Now I will be color grading the GoPro footage a little bit, just adding some saturation, some sharpness, because I'm shooting in flat, and with low sharpness. So I've decided that actually works best in low light. I am not so sure in better lighting if that is the way to go, but it's really personal. I've watched so many different videos about what people's preferences are, and I've learned a lot about videography, which is a great thing with the GoPro. I would say at this point, especially after looking over the footage when I got dive bombed and I started to run, just at 4K 30 with hyper smooth at a standard, it was phenomenal as far as the stabilization. I was not expecting that. As you can see in the video, I thought it was going to be ruined, but it was really, really, really good. So I'm very impressed with that, and the GoPro so far. And the Rode video mic Go 2, as I expected, sounds phenomenal. So we're shooting with the here on the Pixel 6 with the main camera lens on the rear, 50 megapixels. So you can see that here, and I'm gonna. All right, I think it would be fair for me to show you all the GoPro in this same lighting that I just shot with the Pixel 6, and this time I'm going to also do a natural color profile with sharpness set to medium. I really like the sound of this Rode video mic Go 2. Ooh, we might get a nice looking sunset as well. One of the things, sorry, you'll hear my air conditioner, or maybe you won't. It's like to the side. I don't know if you're going to hear. Let me go over to it. Also test the wind. So it's like literally in the wind of the, let me show you here. It was right on top of that right there, the fan. Ooh, look at how the shutter speed makes the fan look crazy. At least that's what I'm seeing on my viewfinder. And that was from behind, and now it's over to my left here. And so we can get an idea of how that sounds. And yeah, check out this little sunset here. I don't know how it looks in the viewfinder, but this is behind the mic as I was before. One of the things I've noticed on the GoPro with this mic, and it's probably all external mics, is that when you change the frame rate, I don't know if it happens all the time, but several times when I change the frame rate to go into a different setting, the mic in coordination with the media mod would switch directly to the media mod, and there was no indication, and I didn't actually switch it up. I just simply changed the frame rate that I was going to record with, and that's something I noticed with this particular mic setup. So anyway, how does this look? Comment below. Let me know what you think.